iron in their soul. What's up, YouTube? This is your big brother, King Jabez, back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at the King Jabez, as well as my website, theironsoul.com. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Let's do some work. Today's video is entitled Chosen Ones. You will always be seen as a threat. And this is a very important message and something that will help you to process your journey and the energy people give you properly when you understand this reality about you. Though you may not see yourself as that because you have a good heart, because you have pure intentions, because you have the right motives, those who don't have that see you not as an ally, but they see you as a threat to their establishment. And often empires, kingdoms are built on evil, deception, lies, bullying, ganging up on folks. And when you come with the exact opposite of that, and you get results the right way, and you're influencing the masses with love and with hope and with edification versus domination, control, or the three aspects of witchcraft I've discussed before, which are domination, intimidation, and manipulation. Many people build their empires with those three: by dominating, by intimidating, and by manipulating, playing mind games, mind control. It is interesting when you study spiritual warfare that the often animals are used to be a unique representation of demonic forces. So the spirit animal, I guess you can say, that represents mind control is the octopus. And imagine an octopus on someone's head and the tentacles that come down the sides. Imagine how that would just control and dominate the way a person thinks. And this is what happens when people try to use mind control and play games with your thinking with the purpose of controlling you. So when you escape all of that, and you're someone who cannot be manipulated, you're someone who refuses to be dominated, and you refuse to be intimidated, you stand your ground, you do what's right, you are seen by a threat to those who want to control. People fear you when they can't control you, even when you are a peaceful person. You can be kind, you can be nice, you could be loving, and they will see you as the exact opposite of that because you are indeed a threat to what they have going on. You will always be seen as a threat when you truly are for the people. Everyone is not for the people. Some people are for themselves. They're for whatever the agenda is that can cause them to prosper or to have prosperity. And there are those who will do anything for that. And these are just some of the characteristics of being in the last days. A love of self. People will care about only themselves and money. They will have a cruelty towards other people. The New Testament reference is the love of many will wax cold. So there will be an increase in hatred, an increase in division and strife. And when you present the exact opposite type of energy, unity, love, cooperation, fellowship, networking the right way, that's seen as threatening to those who have a separate agenda. So when you truly are chosen, you will always be seen by a threat to those who are in the kingdom of darkness. There really are only two kingdoms, the way I see it: the kingdom of light and the kingdom of darkness. Young David, a young man in his 20s, was seen as a threat to an older king by the name of Saul who had an evil agenda. And David was God's choice, whereas Saul was the people's choice. And the people's choice, Self of the Rock. I like The Rock, by the way. That's my homie there. Always will be. From high school to now. When you're the people's choice, in a bad way, versus the Most High's choice, the people's choice is often popular sometimes for the wrong reasons. It could be based on their status, coming from a rich family. This is why Saul was popular. He came from a rich family. He was tall. He was taller than everybody. He was head and shoulders above all the men. So people assume, okay, if we're going to pick a king, why would we pick this young man versus this tall, rich dude, right? And so this is a warning for ladies and men who watch this video. You have to be careful making your choice of an individual based on the superficial. Just because someone looks good, ladies, if the man is tall, if he is, has money, doesn't mean he's going to treat you well. And the same thing can go for ladies. Just because a lady is pretty, guys, and she, got it going on, looking good with the dress and heels on, just because of that doesn't mean that's always the right person. We can't always judge an individual based on just the superficial or the outward appearance because of how someone looks, the status they have, money. Those can very well be indications of quality, by the way. Let me put that out there too, because it goes both ways. There are times when that's a very strong indication. This is a good person, and they have earned that through blood, sweat, and tears. Let me put that out there. There's two sides to every coin. I try to be balanced in my perspective on this platform. So that should be something we should consider. Look at Daniel in Babylon. He was seen as a threat to all of those men, all of the magicians, the astrologers who had all the power, who had the king's ear, who were in authority. And here comes Daniel, and he distinguished himself from everybody. In fact, he was made the president over all of them. So if you're the type of individual that, no matter where they put you, you stand out. Some of you listeners right now, you say, Big Bro, that's me. Wherever you go, people can't help but to notice you. They cannot ignore you. You have an aura, you have a vibe that cannot be ignored. And so what am I trying to say in this video? I guess I'm saying this, embrace that. And as simple as this sounds, it took your big brother years to understand this. I will always wonder, man, why do people treat me like this? I'm trying to be nice, and I'm getting nothing but hatred. And that really transparent moment, that bothered me for years. Why am I being treated this way? I'm trying to help people. I think I have a good motive. And I'm consistently being seen as the opposite of that. And I had to understand through experience and through dealing with real life people that often the answer to a problem is seen as the problem by those who don't want a solution. That was actually pretty good. I gotta give myself that. That's a direct King Jabez quote there. You quote me on that one. That was pretty good, actually. Let me see if I can do that again. Put that back on repeat like a mixtape. Man, that was pretty good, actually. Often, the solution to the problem is seen as the problem by those who do not want a solution. There are a lot of people, kings, queens, leaders, influencers, important people, elite people, who do not want to answer because they don't see it as a problem. They see it as, this is working for me. So when you come with a solution that they don't agree with, oh, you're seen as a threat. Who do you think you are? You are in my way. This is why Elijah was seen as a threat by who? Ahab and Jezebel. Let's park there for one quick second. I know some of you get uncomfortable about this. We go park there for a second. Stay with me on this ride. We're going somewhere. I'm finna hit a corner real quick. Elijah was seen as a threat to Ahab and Jezebel because Ahab and Jezebel had an agenda for Israel that wasn't in alignment with what Elijah was saying. They had a plan for the people of God. And they had a plan for the chosen ones. And it wasn't what they wanted. It wasn't what God wanted. So when you have people who have a desire to lead people into false religion, a desire to lead people into immorality. That was the agenda of Jezebel, to lead people into false religion and immorality. Be careful with men and women whose, it seems like their whole MO is about, and lead people down a path of confusion in terms of their eternal state. Right? That is a person who will always see you as a threat when you come with what? When you come with wisdom out your mouth. Light, guidance, insight, hope. Hope is powerful. A lot of people right now just need hope. Just another push for the next day. Some of you ladies can relate to this. You got ladies who think they look good, and maybe they do. and you come into a building and you're looking better, smelling better, more men are looking at you, you are seen by a threat to women who may not get that attention. And this works on every level, whether it be women with other women, in the context of beauty, body shape, that's huge. And whether it be a man with wealth or status, there are people who tend to see you as a threat to what they have going on. And this is where the hate comes from. This is where the jealousy comes from. This is where the division comes from. This is where the sabotage comes from. They have to dim your light, at least in their mind. They have to make like you're not all that. And so this is a message to really give perspective, to challenge you to embrace that, and to not take it personal. Don't internalize it. Just see it as this is the type of person I am. This is what comes with the territory of being a chosen one. This is part of it's a package deal. So I have to accept that and not allow that to taint who I am and cause me to walk in hatred. Now, at the same time, we got to use discernment. Let me put that out there. We have to use discernment. We are chosen ones, not naive ones. Chosen ones, not gullible ones. Chosen ones, we're not dumb ones. We're wise. So we have strong discernment. We have the ability to see what others can't see, which is vision. We have the intuition that comes from the Spirit of the Most High. And we have all of those powers that are in us. Revelation through dreams and visions, through the word, through our time of meditation, through living a pure life. Some of you are on a celibacy journey. Some of you are keeping yourself pure in that area. So all of those various practices, whether it be celibacy, meditation, reading the word, it keeps you in a place where your discernment, intuition is strong. So you see people for who they are, but you don't allow that to make you a hateful person. You continue to walk in love. And that's a sign to me, in my opinion. By the way, I want to shout out one of my subscribers for this. This was very helpful. He sent me a gift for another pumpkin spice latte, so I really appreciate that. And to me, that's a sign of love. You know, he showed me some love by doing that. I really appreciate that. And, you know, to me, that's a sign that you are chosen when you make a decision to consistently walk in love. It's easy to be hateful, jealous, envious. It's more challenging to show love and to be the type of person that is understanding, kind. We're commanded to be kind, by the way. You would think about the commands, and most people think the commands are just 100 thou shalt nots, right? We think that's a command of the Most High God. Here's a command for you probably haven't thought about. We are commanded by God to be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake forgave you. So we are commanded by God, as his chosen ones, to be kind to people, to manifest love. The world has enough hatred out here to manifest grace, to manifest mercy, compassion, which is love in action. So this is just a message today to give you perspective. Understand that you will always be seen by a threat by certain people, and to embrace that and do what you know to be right. This is your big brother, King Jabez. Thanks for listening. God bless. Peace.